Have you ever found yourself letting things slide in order to keep peace, and this starts a war inside of you? Anger, blame, resentment, hatred, all these negative emotions are like hot flames burning within us. But have you ever thought what happens to you when we suppress these emotions within us? You see, some of us here are often taught in our childhood to avoid arguments, to be a good and kind person. Or you may have parents suppressing their own feelings even when things were clearly not okay in their family. You grow up in an environment where kindness was paramount and you were taught that no matter what, we should always treat others with compassion and empathy, even when they're in wrong. Growing up, I witnessed the same. And let me know in the comment below if you can relate to this kind of upbringing. Too often, we're taught to prioritize harmony over honesty, to turn a blind eye to mistreatments in the name of peacekeeping. But what happens when we carry these generational patterns into adulthood? As an adult, we may struggle with confrontation, suppressing our own needs, and we may have difficulty in asserting ourselves. This can lead to enabling harmful behavior, difficulty in establishing boundaries, and unresolved conflicts. And don't get me wrong, guys, kindness is a beautiful thing. It has the power to uplift, to heal, and so on. But what happens when our commitment to kindness becomes a mistreatment which we inflict upon ourselves by tolerating others' behaviors and unkind words? Then, do you think you are being kind to yourself? You see, in my healing journey, I've come to realize that there's a delicate balance between being kind and holding others accountable for their actions. Too often, we are taught to prioritize harmony over honesty, to turn a blind eye to mistreatments in the name of peacekeeping. But here's the truth. True kindness isn't about turning a blind eye. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about holding ourselves and others to a higher standard, even when it's easier to look the other way. Hi, my name is Chitra, and in my channel, I talk about personal development, self-healing, and my vision here is to help you become the best version of yourself. In this short video I have for you today, I'm going to share with you one important awareness which you need to have in 2024 in order for you to be happy and to lead a more peaceful life. Let me share with you a short story which was narrated to me during an event which I attended recently. One day, a monk was passing through the village and the people in the village was complaining to him about the snake and how they were terrified of the snake. The monk spoke with the snake, urging it to end its violent ways in order to evolve. The snake took the advice seriously and changed its behavior. Many years later, the monk returned to the same village and he thought of meeting the transformed snake. To his surprise, the monk found the snake hiding behind the bushes. It was visibly starved and scared. The monk was shocked and asked the snake what had happened. The snake explained, "I followed your advice and stopped being violent. But the villagers started throwing stones at me and mocked me. So I stopped hunting and I went into hiding." The monk, after listening to the snake, shook his head and said, "I did advise you against violence, but I never told you not to hiss." Yes, my friends, what do you learn from this story? So you see, while we should practice kindness, tolerance towards others, It does not imply that we should allow mistreatments or harm to be inflicted upon us, nor should we tolerate behaviors that upset and triggers our mind often. Let me give you some examples. In relationships, it may happen that your partner may say something in front of his other family members that you didn't like, or your partner had behaved in such a way that made you feel you were being taken granted for. And in both the situations, you don't say anything because you don't want them to get angry or you want to avoid a fight. Although it stings, you choose not to speak up to maintain the peacefulness, the harmony, and avoid the escalating tensions. Sometimes we tend to do this, especially when we have children, right? As we want peace at home. And you may even experience this in your work circle, where a colleague taking credit for your ideas during a meeting. Despite feeling frustrated, you stay silent to avoid confrontation. Or in your friendship circle, where your good friend repeatedly cancels plans last minute, leaving you feeling disappointed. Instead of expressing your feelings or being let down, you brush it off, fearing that expressing it with her might strain the friendship. These are just few examples to illustrate how we often suppress our feelings in various contexts, whether it's to maintain peace or to avoid conflicts or to preserve a relationship. However, the accumulation of these suppressed emotions can have detrimental effects on our mental and emotional well-being over time. Oftentimes, the anger, the blame, or resentment which we have towards others can persist within us. With time, these emotions can evolve into triggers that affects our mental state. When these triggers manifest, it's important to observe their impact on our minds. Do they induce feelings of anger, sadness, or other emotions? For instance, in my own experience, I found myself reacting by screaming at my children for minor mistakes. After screaming at my kids, I then realized that in that moment of outburst, it wasn't really because of their actions, but it was rather due to the suppressed emotions caused by other resurfacing factors. Let me know in the comment below if you have been in my situation like that before. And over time, these suppressed feelings will convert into anxiety, stress, and depression. So friends, in today's video, we explored the profound impact of suppressed emotions and triggers on our mental well-being. It's crucial to acknowledge and have that awareness that our reactions are often a reflection of deeper emotions which we have buried within ourselves. As we wrap up today's discussion, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Are there moments when you've reacted strongly to a situation only to realize later that it wasn't about the present moment at all? Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards healing and growth. In the upcoming video, I'll be sharing practical techniques and insights that have helped me navigate and overcome these triggers. Together, we'll learn how to cultivate greater self-awareness and respond to challenging emotions with compassion and understanding. Until then, friends, I urge you to practice kindness towards yourself. Remember, you are worthy of love and understanding even in the moments of struggle. If you have enjoyed anything about this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the like button, because this here I'm dedicated to creating content that will help you become the best version of yourself. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Take care and see you in my next video.